Okay, this is my brief introduction to inbound sales. There was a time when, as a customer, basically we're completely dependent on salespeople. Remember when you wanted to buy a house, you would have to go to that salesperson to get the brochure or go and visit the show home. There was no other way that you were going to be able to get that information without going through the salesperson. Now the power balance has shifted. As customers, we're no longer dependent on salespeople. We don't have to go and get the information from them because it's all freely available on the internet. But what does that mean when you're the salesperson? It means that your potential customers are invisible to you. You have no idea who they are, where they are, or if in fact they're really interested in buying from you at all. What that meant was that traditional sales or outbound sales was all about pushing your message out to large numbers of people who may or may not be interested in your product. Now, inbound sales is all about pulling and attracting interested potential customers to you, and then you can qualify them based on their fit with your ideal customer profile. One of the significant differences between an inbound sales team and a traditional one is that the inbound sales team develops a sales process that supports your lead or prospect through their buying journey. It's not about marketing at them and then working really hard to close that deal at the end. What inbound sales does is to prioritise prospects who have already begun their buyer's journey. It's about building trust by participating in online conversations on blogs and social media. It's about kickstarting the sales conversation with personalised messaging that addresses the buyer's industry, their role, and how they want to communicate. You can begin your outreach with advice or a surprising insight that is of value and interest to your potential customer. Tell them, share information and wow them. When your prospect then expresses an interest, you can then transition into exploration mode. By understanding your buyer's timeline and adjusting your sales process to match that, you should strive to deliver the right educational content to your prospect at the right time, place, and that's a sales process that they're going to love. Exploration mode is the next level of conversation, where you can then discuss with them what their goals are, what the challenges are, what plans they have, and their timeline as to when they want to achieve their goals. This information enables you to work out if and how you can actually bridge the gap between what they want to achieve and where they currently are. Finally, you can then offer a tailored solution that meets their needs exactly. So to summarise, a traditional salesperson is unaware of which buyers are active in the buying journey. They use cold outreach and lead with a generic elevator pitch to qualify on budget. They transition into presentation mode when a buyer expresses interest. I think we've all been presented to like that at some time. They also deliver the same presentation every single time. They offer discounts to motivate buyers to purchase on their timeline. Now, by contrast, your inbound salesperson prioritises buyers that are active in a buying journey. They build trust by participating in the buyer's online conversations and lead with personalised messaging and advice. They transition into exploration mode when a buyer expresses an interest, taking the conversation to that next level. They also personalise their presentation to each buyer and adjust the sales process to the buyer's timeline. So the real difference between traditional sales and inbound sales is that in traditional sales, you're marketing at people hoping they're going to buy from you with no idea if they're interested in your product or not. However, with inbound sales, you establish at the outset if they're interested in your product and if it's a good fit for you too. Then you take time to guide them through that sales process, delivering value and support at every opportunity until they're ready to make the decision. And that, in a nutshell, is inbound sales.